Welcome to the Alpha Male podcast with the manliest man alive.
Yeah, baby! Let's go! Supplements, NFTs!
Oh, what was that?
Steroids, baby!
We got a Kyle in here who eats drywall for a living.
I eat drywall for a living and also watch trains.
Pays well, huh?
Yes.
2 Cheerios an hour.
2 Cheerios.
Mm-hmm.
So, lifelong friends.
Yep, lifelong. I've known Ethan since 2nd grade. You like mighty big grades?
4th grade.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I've done class.
I forget when you were in my class, but maybe 3rd grade?
It was a while.
Elementary school.
We've
known everyone here since elementary school.
Elementary school, yep.
And in that time, so much hilarious shit has befallen us. Sometimes together, sometimes separately.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But, oh man, school. Man,
school fucking sucks.
It did suck, but
man, I got some school stories, but I'm not 100% I can tell them because how do I put this? I don't want any future ramifications out of these stories, you know? I mean, some of them are like class related and others are after hours related, if you catch the drift, and it's just like, I should be graduated before I start telling these stories, you know?
Exactly. Wait for the statute of limitations to expire, you know all that stuff.
What are they gonna do, revoke my degree?
Yes.
Oh, look, I found my 2nd grade class. Let's see. Now that you were in that.
Man, it actually busted out a yearbook, good lord.
Look. Let's see.
Is that Rust?
There's so many people that I don't talk about, but like can't because I don't want to reveal people's names and
Hey, Kyle, got any stories from the Oak River Railway?
Oh well, not really the Oak River Railway, but just trains in general. You know,
boy.
Railroading.
God,
see, I do an epic hobby where I go by the tracks, take pictures of trains. You know, when I explain it like that, it sounds lame. I could go into the whole thing of how it's historical documentation and all that stuff, but I'm not going to bore the 7 viewers that watch your channel.
Subscribers! The 7 lads!
The 7 lads. However, you tend to... trains are in places where there's a lot of interesting people, and I have to go, and mostly in train stations, like you encounter all sorts of people there. So, you know, I've encountered a lot of individuals. The one big standout encounter I had was at a Northeast Corridor train station, New Jersey. So me and my friend were just sitting there when we have tripods to keep the shots centered, all that stuff. And then we hear this lady like completely like fast talking, like sounds like she's rapping, all that stuff, but she's like rambling or whatever.
I'm just
thinking, yes, exactly. And then she starts walking up to us, and I'm just like, oh god, here we go. She notices our cameras. And she just goes something along the lines of, "Why you got the cameras? You're so self-absorbed that you can't if God it." And I just go, my friend starts walking away, and I just grab my camera. I'm like, okay. And this lady fucking explodes. She just starts yelling, "I'm not talking to you. I'm talking on the fucking phone. You fucking self-absorbed fucks." And it's just, and at that point, we just start booking it down to the other end of the platform.
Nope, not in with that, not in, nope.
Yeah, and she keeps yelling and starts like walking toward us again. And it's like,
god!
Okay, holy shit!
Can you leave me the fuck alone?
Yeah. So we got off there. I pulled out my phone, tried to record it. I only got like a tail end of her yelling, but she was screaming. So we ran to a bunch of other people, and luckily there was something very clearly wrong with her. So glad to get out of there.
Man, is there anything more?
Note, you two were in the same 2nd grade class.
We know. That's how we started this.
Yeah, I can't tell which one of you has a funnier photo.
That's a very low bar.
Well, Ethan's showing like 3 whole teeth. Kyle's mouth is slightly open, but you don't see teeth.
Oh, no.
Man, they're gonna be so confused when we upload this. But on a related note,
we can take photos. I'll put photos of you. I'll put second grade photos of you on
Good
here. I have
gravy.
no problem with that.
On a related
I'll
note,
put a second grade photo.
good God. On a related note, is there anything more awkward than having a conversation with someone who's on the phone?
Yes. It's crazy.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
Ethan, I don't know how many times we've done that. We're like, you'll be on like a phone call with me and a Discord call with 3 other people, and I'm like, who the fuck is he talking to? Pick one, you know.
Because
And
you
you're like,
refuse to get on the
talking to you.
Discord.
Yeah, you'll be like, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And you'll be like, wait, no, I was talking to you. I was telling the other guy, motherfucker. Like, you know what? Call me back later sometime. I'll be around.
It was actually kind of terrible.
Yeah.
And I remember we pretty much were chatting.
So,
What the fuck?
But
Turn your mic sensitivity down.
yeah, hold on. But that you talking about the picture reminded me of something pretty traumatic from 2nd grade.
Oh,
So I used to like I still have a space between my teeth, and I used to be really self-conscious about that. So I wasn't up until 2nd grade when I went over a friend's house, and he cut my face out of the class picture because I made like a weird smile, and like the whole class picture. He like legitimately cut my face out.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god.
He's like, oh yeah, I didn't like that face. I didn't like looking at that every day. And it's like,
Oh my fucking A. I didn't like looking at your face. Damn,
God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll go home. Shit, man.
You need some burn cream after that.
I know. Oh my god.
God.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Like,
Jeez. Look, I've had some fairly unflattering photos, but no one has ever went to that extent where I'd get photoshopped out of a picture because I look that bad.
yeah, and I never smiled with my teeth ever again. Well,
See,
actually, I did.
Look,
and then I broke my teeth in 2020, but that was another story.
Look, Look, I'm gonna say it. Anyone who smiles with teeth consistently looks like a psychopath.
yes. See, I don't smile with my teeth because I have a bit of an overbite. So when I do smile, you just see my upper teeth, and it looks weird. So I'll be like taking a photo, and my mom's always like, she'd be like, smile for the photo, and I do, and she'd be like, with teeth. Like, so I'll just be like, and she's like, that's terrible, Ryan. I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Don't get me started on the fucking orthodontist, man. They ran my pockets. And it's like, shit, if I feel my teeth, they line up. But my top teeth are angled forward still. So I technically don't have an overbite, but I do.
Wait, so like, what do you mean when you say angled forward? Is it like the bottom further out, or like the bottom lean back into your mouth?
The bottom lean back in. So they sit flush on my bottom set. But there's an angle. It's like a ramp leading down.
Oh my god, that's awful.
I know. I'm like, and congratulations, your teeth are thick. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, they're not. Oh shit.
Pockets were ran.
Maybe if you're a fucking New Jersey road worker, you consider that fixed.
Yeah, just take a left at the fucking jug handle.
Jug handles. Oh god, I've nearly caused an accident at a jug handle.
Alright, so listen, you brought up woodwork, I brought up jug handle. I'm going to talk about on my way home, right? I was in downtown Atlanta. I was about 8 miles from where I needed to take my exit. After 70 miles on the same highway, I was 8 miles away, right? And I was like, all right, let me get over because it's traffic's getting a bit thicker. I'll get over, and so I'm not fighting to get over in 8 miles. And so I get in the right lane, and it's like, and I see exit only. I need to get over, So I try to get over, but I'm behind the semi truck, and right behind me, like just behind me and to the left, is this little fucking, I don't know, Jeep Caravan or some shit, like, you know, the mini SUV or whatever. Maybe it's a Patriot. Doesn't fucking matter.
Patriot?
I try to get over for yeah. But for like, God, before it was even an exit only, and I'm like, I had my left blinker on. I'm like, hey, I need to get over. Hey, I need to get over. Hey, I need to get the fuck over. And you know, they come down. You know, newer cars got that little sensor, the light on the mirror, so that you know, hey, don't get over. You're gonna hit something.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on. And if you have it on while your turn signal's on, it's like blink, 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 blink. So you really don't do it. Well, it's blink, blink, blinking at me, and I'm like, okay, I'll get a little close to the semi and just squeeze over.
Mm-hmm.
No, because when I did, they sped up thinking I was gonna try to go behind them, so I slowed down so that I could go behind them. Well, so did they slow down. I'm like, motherfucker, let me the fuck over. So anyway, I get forced into this exit that I didn't want to take, and it was 2 lanes. It was a 2-lane exit only exit, and I was in the road, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need to turn left. I didn't, but well, I did end up. It was like turn left. I'm like, okay. So I tried to get in the left lane, and I successfully got over because this other car finally slowed the fuck down. And next thing I know, it's turning into 1 fucking lane exit. Man.
Oh god.
Oh no.
So there's that railing on the left. It's not the concrete, but the rail on the
Guardrail?
left. Yeah, the guardrail on the left. Semi truck on the right, and I'm speeding up on an exit ramp to get so that I don't fucking hit this thing or get sandwiched by this semi. And I got out of there, but I was pissed for the next 45 minutes. Let me.
Yeah, sure.
I thought it would put me back on the highway. No, it's like, okay, you know what? It's okay. Google's like, just go this way for 11.2 miles and turn right onto Spring Road. I'm like, that's fucking helpful. Georgia, Spring Road. Yeah, I'll find that.
Oh no, you're gonna dox yourself.
Turn right at the peach tree.
Yes. No, there was Mangrove Drive. I'm like, fuck. Look, if there's a stereotype about Georgia, it's true. Let me tell you. Oh my god. And then I missed another turn. Because here's the thing. And it's like, all right, and I live, northwest Atlanta, right? It's like, it's like, well, and I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I am. Oh, entering Powder Springs. I know exactly where that shit is. Okay, great. And I'm stopped at a light, and then this big light. It's not just a red, arrow saying don't turn right. It's just lights that just says no right turn. Like,
okay.
It's an intersection. You can go that way. There's a railroad, but you can go that way. I've gone that way. Next thing I know, there's a train track, and arms are lowering, and this train goes, and I'm like, oh, that's why I don't turn right. So, and I'm like a mile from the turn, so I go, and I get there, and it's 2 lanes, I'm in the right lane, and it's like, turn right now. There's no turn lane, there's no intersection, it's just a road on the right, and there's still a train passing.
Oh god.
Fuck. So I missed that turn. Oh my god, I was pissed. And eventually, I got where I needed to go. But oh my god, and that was just an hour or 2 to go.
Man,
but I'll let someone else talk for a sec.
Can I impart some of my funny driving stories?
Oh, please do.
Oh man, a couple of them happened in Pennsylvania because something's in the tap water over there. So one time, I was driving up to see some family. A minivan, this is on the highway, minivan, 40 miles an hour. Semi-truck's pissed off because it's a semi-truck going up a hill at 40. He's like, get the fuck out of the way, I gotta speed up. So, I'm passing this cavalcade. I see a mattress fucking flying in the air. Like, I just tendered down, but there's like a good 10 inches between the two. The hazards were on. That car was swerving and shit. I damn near crashed because I was laughing so hard. Jesus. And then the second one was I was stopped at a railroad crossing, but the thing is, this was at a cement plant where there's no bars go down, ding 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 ding, none of that. So I'm like, I guess what's the rule again? Stop and wait or stop and check? And I was like, during that, I'm like, I think it's clear. Nope, Norfolk Southern. I damn near pulled out in front of a train and got. Thank God it was only going 3 miles an hour, but still.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like they say if you're racing a train and you lose, you're gonna lose. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you don't win in that situation. You don't try
Oh.
and beat a train. You hit the
Just
fucking
tedious.
brakes. But if you rear-ended, then fucked by a train.
I nearly pulled out in front of the bastard. It would have been the world's slowest train crash.
Yeah, shit.
Just went up
Meh,
lightly.
meh, thunk, 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 and then you're just like
Light.
screeching along the tracks at 3 miles an hour,
It's
getting
like-
slowly crushed. It's like that scene from Austin Powers with the fucking bulldozer going to 1 mile an hour. Stop!
Oh God.
Shit.
But my last story is my first genuine bit of road rage where I was like going 100 miles an hour trying to pass this car in the slow lane. Like, he was in the slow lane. I only needed to be in the slow lane. I'm like, God damn, he's going a little slow. So I go into the middle lane and he starts to speed up. And I'm like, okay, it's on. We're going 100. I'm in an SUV that shouldn't be going in the triple digits. I'm like, come on, we're really going. God, that shit was like that. At some point, it started like the steering felt lighter. I'm like, this is not right.
So I drive, usually little old, even knows this, he makes plenty fun of me. My
A
old
Ridgeline.
2900 Ridgeline. It's got right now. It just hit 220,000 miles.
Congratulations.
I've been driving it since it was like 212 for the past 3 years. 2 years, 3 years doesn't matter. It was my dad before that, and one day we went to a birthday party, and I drove myself. I met them. There was a trampoline park, and we're like, hey, we're gonna meet up at this person's house, but someone, for whatever reason, they started shuffling cars, and I ended up driving like 3 other guys. I'm like, all right, sure, and we get on, and so we're following our friend, and her dad is driving. Well, her dad drives like a maniac.
Oh God.
I mean, in a 45, like downtown, those like the fucking like stretches of highway with stores and shit on.
Oh
either
yeah,
side.
yeah. I know
It's like some
exactly
kinda-
what you're talking
It's
about.
45, crowded as shit on a Saturday afternoon, and he's gone from sight in 5 seconds. He was going at least 60. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
So, and like I found him just as we were getting on, on the exit. We get on the highway, and he was fucking gone. I mean,
Oh,
this man drives
God.
a Corvette. He wasn't in the Corvette. He was in, I don't know, the BMW SUV, whatever. And he was hauling ass. At one point, I was going 80 and still losing him. My steering wheel was starting to shake.
Oh God, the death wobble.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I know what you're talking about. Like, the steering gets lighter. Like, you breathe on it, and boom, you're in the next lane.
For real.
That's concerning.
And it's just like shaking, and I'm like, guys, I don't mean to alarm you, but the steering wheel is shaking. They're like, do we need to pray to Jesus?
Oh gosh.
When
You
he's
gotta-
like, you
you have-
start praying to Jesus, Jesus take the wheel, because we got one of them. He drives the Jesus mobile. It's like a 2003 something.
The only reason I even
Hold
rolled
together with duct tape and prayers. And he's like, we need to start praying like the Jesus mobile. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. And I went fast.
Don't worry. Once I shifted to maximum
We
overdrive.
got back to their house 15 minutes after them.
Good
I
God.
shit you not. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never doing that again.
That's crazy.
Shit, right. So Kyle, you got any funny driving stories?
Driving stories? Let's. Well, you know how we live in Jersey, so at least me and Ethan do. So you know how the classic awful drivers in New Jersey that are all from New York and it's awful.
Yep.
Like you got such classic moves as the Jersey slide. Barreling across 3 different lanes to change the lanes quickly.
I'm sorry. I love
flipping
New
people
Jersey.
off and beeping.
I'm sorry. I left New Jersey between 7th and 8th grade. What the fuck is the Jersey slide?
The Jersey slide is essentially Um, no signaling required. You just shift across multiple lanes of traffic. Anything at one time. So like you got like a 4-lane highway and you're in the left lane. Oh shit, my exit's right there.
Bro.
I've seen that. I mean, we certainly have that down here, but it's like 1 or 2 lanes. Oh, that reminds me though. One time I saw something like that, and I was going to visit my girlfriend, and it was like the second time. And she lives like 2.5, 3 hours south of me, in the middle of Georgia, literally in the middle of nowhere. So I'm, in Atlanta. It's like 7 in the morning. I wanted to spend the day with her. I was, getting up early, leaving early, and those signs with the billboards, like with traffic or ETA or whatever. They're like, hey, black car, such and such license plate, call this number.
Oh yeah.
Amber alert.
Oh no.
Something. And I'm seeing these signs like for whatever reason, they were like they're everywhere, They really wanted to catch this guy. Like, whatever, I'll never, and you never think about that. It's like, yeah, whatever. Well, I'm driving along left lane. I've got, same stretch. It was like 13 miles. So I need to take an exit. And next thing you know, I'm in the left lane. There's a car comes up behind me, gets in the middle lane, gets in the right lane, gets in the middle lane, gets in the left lane, gets in the middle lane, and they were gone. I'm like, that's a black car that matches that description. And I was like, do I call the number? I don't remember the number. Because it wasn't like call 911 with the information. It was like 874-923-8192. I'm like,
I swear, no.
I was seeing those signs for the next 50 miles south.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's gonna help anyone anymore.
Yeah.
I saw the car you're looking for. Where? I don't know.
50 miles ago.
50 miles ago. Where are you? Exit 17. 17 what highway? Because and he's in Jersey you got the turnpike and that's it, right?
Yeah, you got the routes.
If you say routes and turnpike, but if you say exit 17, people know where that is. People know that area. Exit 22, people know where that is, right? That's not how it works in Georgia. It's a lot thicker than that.
Yeah.
God damn. Has there ever been like, honestly, my dad's the king of these kinds of stories. Like, not to dox him, but he's rear-ended a police car before.
Uh-oh.
Fell asleep behind the wheel and woke up when the car was rubbing up against the guardrail. If there's an accident, he's done it.
When my parents were dating, my dad got a Maxima something, real nice car, like 3 months into them dating.
Mating?
And dating. Fuck you. Oh God. Thanks for that. Thanks a lot for that. Anyway.
Get that in your mind.
Anyway. Oh God. And I don't know, they were going wherever. And my dad comes to a stop. Mom comes to a stop. Right into his rear end. And this is early 90s, so before automatics were everywhere. So it was bam, rolls back, bam, rolls back, bam. Rammed into it 3 times.
Wow. 3 times the insurance payment.
Oh, and you stuck with her for that? Like, thanks, I'm here because of it. But like, really?
Oh my God. Man, the early days when my parents came here, shit, they were in some real jalopies. Like, I'll never forget, there was an old ass Chrysler, like shit brown. Like, you rub the headliner, shit starts falling in your eyes and you can't see. Like, my dad threw hay in the back of that shit.
What the fuck?
Like, I'm talking on the seats. He put hay. Because our backyard was huge and he was like really anal about it. I was like, damn it, I gotta go relay the sod. Let me get some hay and some seed. And so it can actually help the sod grow a little better.
Wait, the car?
Wait, why do you want the sod to grow? Sod isn't.
You have to look. It's weird. It's swampy back there, right? So we had to. I remember this process. We had to dig drainage ditches, get cutters. The places we couldn't put sod, we had to put hay and seed down. It was a whole process to de-drain it. Yeah. So she fucking hauled hay in that shit. And my mom's car was not any better. Like, that shit caught, like, when I say caught fire, I meant the engine sparked and flames came from it, but the whole car didn't burn down to a shell. I'm just saying some stuff shot out of the engine.
Oh my god. That's fucking great.
It wasn't with cars.
Nah.
Fucking ass.
That's really funny.
Yeah, yeah, that's so we had as a kid, we just had like a Toyota Highlander that probably would still be going today if some guy didn't fucking ram into it from like we were just sitting at an intersection and he made a left turn and I guess he just decided, you know what? I'm not completing this turn. Fuck them kids. I just slammed into
abort mission.
Yeah. But now we have. Then she got another Highlander, which my brother still uses today, and it still works pretty good. But yeah, so that's all pretty much the only old car thing. I mean, the car I have, it's a Honda Civic, has that patina finish.
Patina, like all the good classics.
It's just the paint's completely fading. It's been handed down to like 4 people, and it still works great.
Hey, you resto mod it, hey, swap it.
Oh god.
Now the only thing I'm putting on it is a straight horn. That's it.
I swear to God, if you said straight pipe, sound like a damn lawnmower going down the road, like. Oh god, man.
Hey, smart people, what's potassium iodide?
Oh fuck.
Fuck.
Potassium. I'm in chemistry. Potassium. Where have I heard that
I was
from?
about to say I'm a chemistry major.
Oh god, no! I'm in chemistry class. Shouldn't I know this? Potassium iodide?
Are you sure it isn't manganese?
Oh god, don't get me started. You still remember that fucking snafu in chemistry? I was like, listen guys, magnesium right here. And I'm just pointing to magnesium for 10 minutes.
Hang on. Chemical compound, medication, dietary supplement,
Dietaries. Oh, that's where I've heard it from. Why do you need potassium iodide?
What does it used to treat overactive thyroid and protect the thyroid gland?
Thyroid.
What's the thyroid gland?
That's a great question.
It's a gland that everybody has.
Yes.
That's what
it down.
Okay.
But
Google is more helpful than you college students.
Hey, you know what an ANFO stands for?
What?
ANFO, ammonium nitrate fuel oil. You can make it by mixing fertilizer and diesel fuel.
But you don't know what potassium iodide is.
Look, I know how to make napalm and explosives. Sue me.
Make napalm and explosives can't cure a fucking sore throat.
Who the fuck is potassium iodide? I didn't think cough drops and Tylenol.
Listen, Ethan, you're a civil engineer, right?
Working on it.
Yeah, I mean, are you really practicing explosives to lob at the New Jersey highways to put all those potholes in? Like, come on.
No, the road crew does a good enough job at that.
Yeah, no. They need to be craters. Craters.
You wanted potholes, I gave you craters.
Yeah.
You fucked the entire turnpike over.
Look, there's plenty of space for a new one.
Yeah, now you have to build a new one.
Hey, that's why our taxes are so high.
Damn straight.
Yep. Your taxes are that high and you can't even carry a gun. Suckers.
Yeah, we can. Just has to be in the trunk of a car in a lockbox.
Yeah, 'cause that's gonna be real helpful when you get robbed. Oh no, let me get in the trunk of my car and get the key. Oh shit.
No.
Key.
You gotta
Look, in Camden, New Jersey, those laws don't apply.
You gotta be like, oh, hold on, let me get the money for you to unlock it.
Oh yeah.
Once
I
I'm
keep
putting
the
the
money
gun
in the
together.
bullshit. Bam.
Yeah,
I'll check it back myself. Oh look, a little 22. I knew he was fucking lying.
22. Hey, it has to have a 10-round mag.
yes.
You can fit it.
Legally?
That's
Oh,
depressing.
God. Gun laws.
Look, New Jersey's second to California. As far
Look,
as
it's
gun
hard to
laws.
beat California. It's California.
Yeah, exactly.
The only reason
California,
you're second is
aka
because
hell.
California's California, and you can't beat California when it comes to gun laws. That's not. That's not a
God.
good thing, my friends.
Look, that's
This
why I'm
is a-
planning on moving to Colorado.
Colorado. Why does everyone go to fucking Colorado?
Because it's beautiful, and I actually like vehicles, like modifying, and off-roading community is pretty
What
cool
does
there.
vehicles have to do with like fucking
Off-road
guns?
community, gun laws are meh. You can own a machine gun, it just has to only have a 10-round magazine, because their laws are that sensical.
Yeah.
15, I think it is? I don't fucking know. I should read up on them.
Look, what the fuck
This
is
is
the point
what-
of a machine gun if I'm firing it 15 rounds really fucking fast?
Look, I'll
Oh,
just go to
boy.
Utah and sort that out.
This is what true alpha males talk about. Good job, guys.
The Alpha Male Podcast, guns, beer, and gasoline.
Yes.
I had this really nice IPA.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Is that so?
God, straight up.
Wait, what?
Alright,
What the
look,
fuck is
are
an
you
IPA?
done downloading Reach? How long is that gonna take?
A whole nother
5 to
dimension.
10 business days?
A whole.
Dude,
5 to
hold
10
up. Let me
business
check
days.
this.
We'll be visiting the future before.
Look, they'll see it live. That's an error sign. The
Oh,
error,
no.
11%.
11%.
Look, we'll get Reach on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm sorry, shit happens.
Yeah.
It's not my
unfortunate,
fault.
Like, you didn't-
What?
Hang on. Well, then I'm gonna play Reach by myself and just turn the volume off. Where's the volume?
It's not my fault my esteemed colleague over here has the
I
fucking
esteemed-
baked potato of a PC.
Hey, it's not my problem. I don't have a comeback.
It's like, yes, it is your problem.
Yes, it is. It does sound. I usually say it sounds like a you problem, but this time it is a me problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't walk your way out of that one.
Oh.
Fucking Windows 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
Windows 8. Oh wait, they weren't here to listen for that. 7 subscribers.
Oh god.
Yeah, I was saying I was grabbing my my baked potato, lightly seared and lightly seasoned PC that, and I said it had Windows 8.
God damn, bro. Honestly, I hate Windows 11.
I haven't even installed Windows 11. Did you?
I was like, restart and update. Alright, sure. Windows 11 installing? What the fuck? No.
Windows 11. I like how all these like ads are just like, oh, look what I can do with Windows 11. I can do
But
all
it
this
shows you
corporate art, and
nothing.
it's like you can do that with Windows 8.
You mean
Or
10.
Windows 10.
Well, you can
Stop
probably
saying
do it
Windows 8.
We refuse
know.
to acknowledge
No.
Windows 8.
with- Yeah, no, I'm serious. They can do like that shitty corporate art on Windows 8 probably.
Well, this
I hate that the
I don't know.
like that make things.
no, we're the big leagues. We use Photoshop. What the fuck?
I use GIMP.
I
Why?
still
It
can't
worked.
get over that name.
GIMP?
Fucking GIMP. Yes. God, your Photoshops are hilarious. They're just so
Yeah.
shit. I love them.
Yeah, that's the point. It's just like, hey, what garbage can I put in here?
I'll never forget the fact that you put that shell hole tender behind the big boy. That shit sent me in a coma.
Oh wait, no, I don't have that.
Hey, can you go into your Oak River Railroad cinematic universe? Because I don't think Ryan has been introduced to this flame broiled disaster.
Yeah, Okay, you see, I work
Alright.
at this. I work at this nondescript railroad museum, called the Oak River Railway. That is not its actual name. And there's all there. You see, it's just a loop of track in the woods, right? With some cool narrow gauge equipment. But it's.
Well, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Can
Oh,
you
no.
restate that?
I said it's like that gameplay versus lore meme. Like there's it's like, oh man, it's like the gameplay is just going around a loop of track carrying people around, but the lore is just extended, upon a bunch. Oh man, it's crazy. Like I honestly don't even know where to begin.
What about your recent run-ins with Danny Clacko?
No, not Danny Clacko. Melvin Smith. So there is a certain guy, a certain very disgruntled member, who has been pretty obsessed over it for the past few years. And we recently restored this car that happened to used to be the original open car. And this guy commented on like all the videos of it, that it was destruction of Oak River history. Like this restoration that we worked on for several months. He was saying it was destruction of railroad history and sad and a new low. So then the actual official announcement about it came out, and it was everyone standing by the car. It was pretty nice. And he comments, he's like, not for nothing, but tens of thousands of people rode in that car. So what are you gonna do? Tear apart this car, restore it back to a dump car next? And I kind of wanted to provoke him. So I just said, I commented under his comment, I just said, oh, I'm happy to be part of the crew that restored this car. And this guy fucking direct messages me. You have no idea. Me, even though I was not in it, I was not involved in the process. I guess I was kind of involved in the process, but he said, I destroyed Oak River history, and that he could send me pictures of the car being built in the 50s. Oh, and that I destroyed the work of the volunteers that came before me. At the time, 17-year-old, I destroyed history of of all the volunteers that are probably dead now. And I destroyed all the work, and that I should care. Like, I have been laughing at that message for the past year. Like, it's. I don't get it.
You fucking destroyed history that volunteers came together to make.
Yeah.
And
Did you,
you
like-
should be ashamed of yourself.
Even though technically in the 50s they destroyed the logging history, quote unquote, by making it an open car. So, like, what do you want from it? And it's not like we can use it for like passenger service or anything, Plus, we would have had to do the whole rebuild and restoration anyway if we wanted to turn it back into a log car. I mean, an open car. The funny thing, another person, he was saying the car before it was restored was quote unquote sound and legal.
Mr. Danny Clacko.
Mr. Danny Clacko.
What do you mean? I'm lost on that point.
Okay. So
was it not sound illegal?
Oh, absolutely not.
The car had been sitting outside in the weather for the past 15 years. Since there was no indoor space for it, and we really couldn't use it on the main passenger street, which I won't get into because it's boring. So he said the car was sound and legal. We took the actual open car part off and like got into the log car part. There were fucking holes in like multiple parts of the frame. Very sound and very legal.
Look at the weight reduction.
Yes, and of course,
You seen like
Yeah.
have you seen like the weight reduced aluminum like AR-15s that have like waffle holes?
But
Yeah.
that reminds me of that 3D printed
It's like
AR-15 with them holes in it.
Exactly. It's like you saved printing time and not much else.
Yeah.
It's just finna fall apart by the second shot.
You see, with railroad
Bam! Oh
equipment,
look, it held together. Bam! Oh, it's cracked.
yeah, with railroad equipment, that's not how it works. Especially when you're hauling passengers on it. Like
That worked
sound
in
and
Foot
legal.
falls through and they start kicking the railroad underneath.
Look, I've
Yeah.
been in cars with holes where you can see the road. It's how it works.
Flintstones.
Yep, passengers power the train.
Look, you got like I don't know how many people you can fit on a passenger train, but if they're all pushing, they might move it a few feet.
I mean, like an empty car, you can get a couple people and push it. Like, but before it's something I think I mentioned it before, but it's a log car. And we put some logs on it for like a display thing. And before that, if we got like 5 of the young guys together, we were able to like push it out of the shop by hand. But like, I mean, probably the passengers would be able to do that, but that would be kind of stupid.
Oh,
They do.
God.
They actually do. They sometimes do that on the real railroad, but it's like they have the crew just push a boxcar into a siding because it's just easier to do.
Yeah, for like a single car.
yeah. But I don't know how
Maglev
legal
bullet
it is.
trains, passenger powered.
Yeah, exactly. Is it bullet? Is it?
Like you two clearly know a lot. Look, the most I know about trains is that in World War One, Austria-Hungary decided, for ease of logistics, because it was Austria-Hungary was multinational. There was like Serbia and a bunch of nations actually within it, and they had different gauges of track. Correct me if I'm saying that wrong.
Yeah,
They had
no,
different
you're
gauges
right.
of track, and like 10, 12, 8, I don't fucking know. And they decided that for ease of logistics, they'd be, alright, every train is going to go at the max speed of the slowest train. That was about 13 miles an hour.
Right.
Dang.
So they redeployed troops at 13 miles an hour. Pretty much
A byword for
bicycle
efficiency.
speed. Yeah,
Yes.
bicycle speed. You know, the only thing you're really saving is the troops are a bit more well vested when they get there.
And them
But other than
sweaty ass
that-
box cars.
Yeah, in the boxes, in the boxes, they didn't have seats. They were just like fucking. They look. You see photos, and they look like hobos. Just just decided to hijack a car. So
Hijack.
that's about all I know about trains. So,
It's all right.
Well,
but that brings us to what do you guys think about like maglev trains and like the deployment of that?
Maglevs? Okay, maglevs are it's this maglevs are like some of the earliest Elon Musk-esque. Look at it, we did it but better flashy tech. It's horrible, it's expensive, it's not practical because you can't have trains that run on regular tracks, and maglevs switching tracks is horrifically expensive and inefficient. Like, you have to see how the rails snake between the two.
Yeah, exactly.
It is like, sure, I mean, I think Japan was like announcing like their fastest bullet train and it's maglev, and
Like 398 miles an hour.
Exactly.
Don't quote me, please.
It's like, if you're gonna go fast, you can't beat superconductors, and maglevs are just the de facto. But there's plenty of regular trains are practical and already stupid efficient for what they do.
Yeah.
And so Japan's LO series maglev is fastest train in the world with 374 miles an hour, 602 kilometers an hour. I was close with like 300.
Close enough.
There you go.
Close enough. Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you need to pull that into the
fast as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you, when you have to pull that train into the shop, you're gonna have to have its dedicated track, and there will be hell to pay if it breaks down in the middle of a run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, that thing just slumps onto the ground, and it's like, well, we can't send out any more trains. The one train's already blocking the only set of tracks it can run on.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like normal trains, you can just have an engine pick it up. But maglev, nope.
Because like, and of course, my immediate thought is like, we've had train tracks in this country for 200 years. well, I don't know, long. I know. I mean, I know they're massively deployed in the
Yeah.
Civil War. So I know they go back at least that far and sooner. But shit, they're everywhere. Especially on the East Coast and like the Northeast Coast, even down in Georgia a bit less. But I mean, they're everywhere, and you'd either be building over those, which is stupid, or like just building alongside those, and anywhere that goes through like a small town, you're gonna have to just bypass the fucking town.
Yeah.
You can't just put another station next to it. You'd have to put one on like the edge of town.
My personal hope: America's not a walkable place. All right, our trains are only good for hauling cargo. Best in the world at that. People, they're second-class citizens. Like we all of us grew up in suburbs. We all know we're under house arrest till we're 17 when we get our big boy licenses and start driving everywhere. It's bad.
Especially where we grew up. I don't think there was even a bus that you could catch.
There was a bus to catch. No.
For real, me and Ryan, same neighborhood. There was a ShopRite like a mile out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like out of the neighborhood, drove down to the left. No, you're not doing that. I drove
there every single time because there's no sidewalk. Cars are zipping by at 40. It's stupid.
Yeah. Near me, there's a Rite Aid that me and my brother tried to get to. Like, there's like a thing for like a crosswalk, but there's no actual crosswalk. So like, people don't have to stop for you. So we tried to go all the way around. And it's like literally just out of our neighborhood, and you can't fucking get to it. Like when we tried to go around the back way, we had to cross the street like 5 times because the sidewalk doesn't continue all the way. And it's like, what the fuck? Why can't I just walk to Rite Aid without worrying about fucking getting killed?
Dude, I can beat that.
It's the same thing. It's like there were a couple. There's one time in like 5th, 6th grade where got off the bus, and it's like the bus stop was like, my house, like across the cul-de-sac. It was at the end of the cul-de-sac. Is that across the cul-de-sac bus stop right there. So I'd get out, go home. One day I forgot my key, and I went over to a family friend's house, and it was literally like across the street, through a line of just literally a line of trees. Bam! I was in the yard, and they had like a smaller shipping business on like 5 acres.
Wasn't it that quarry?
And like, huh?
Yeah, that little quarry. There's a bunch of stone and dirt. They're selling stone and dirt. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but and I happened to pass the dad, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, sir, I forgot my key. Can I, mind if I hang? I know your daughter's home, and your wife's home. Can mind if I hang out for an hour or two while my brother was off at an appointment with my mom or something? Mind if I hang out?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead, man." And I went over, and it's literally, from their house, it's either like 20 feet, bam, you're in the shop by parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
What a parking lot.
But if you didn't know that family, you ain't not getting away with that. Man was driving a big-ass bulldozer.
I know exactly what you're talking about. My dad went there and bought some stone a couple times.
Yeah.
Can I say a really quick story about my college campus?
Please.
Okay, so this semester I got myself a one-wheel so I can transition between 2 separate campuses.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I busted my ass way too many times on camera. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. Let me tell you, them sidewalks are tarmac. First semester, I was just walking, didn't really cross my mind. Second semester, zipped on them. The entrance to them rivals the New Jersey fucking highway committee or what, road repair committee or what the fuck. I flew off that board. Damn near into a chain link fence.
Oh my god.
So then after I got back on, I was zipping up. And it's called a strode. It's a combination of a street, 45 mile an hour, where you originally brought up, oh yeah, the dad going through this place where you see small businesses, normally 45, but he was going 60. Kind of like that, but it was over a little bridge and stuff like that. But there's a sidewalk next to it. It's a stupid name for a stupid design. May God have mercy on the souls of the people who have to walk on that sidewalk.
Yeah,
this is asphalt, not concrete, asphalt. So then you go like a mile down, and dear God, there are highway on and off ramps. And the worst part is the highway off ramp is a blind corner. So you have cars going like 40 miles, rounding the corner. They see people walking. No stoplights, no yield. Yeah, no stoplights, no yield signs. I damn near got hit by the college bus.
That would be ironic.
Oh god.
Then,
On the way to the campus and the bus. Hey, that's sweet free tuition, right?
no, it's not free. It is not. Their lawyers are good.
For just 2 broken legs, you get a free tuition.
Oh God. And then you go down another like 0.7 miles and you come to a roundabout, a haven for all the traffic engineers of how efficient they are. Horrible for all pedestrians.
Yep.
God damn.
And then you finally made it to the other campus after all of that.
After nearly dying 17.5 times.
Exactly, bro.
You should just flag down the bus, hey, I'm a student, I'm getting on.
For real. No.
And he just closed the door.
Just jump on the back.
Jump on the bike rack.
Bike rack, bro. The bike racks are on the front of the bus.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
You look. Yeah, I'm not also going to college. I would literally push you under the bus. Then. This is for that time you snitched in 5th grade.
I thought you were about to go a whole other route with that bus joke.
Where was I going to go with the bus joke?
Somewhere else. Probably the 60s.
Oh, see, I can't make that joke, but you can. God damn it, man.
At least it's funny.
Yeah. Good thing Kyle mentioned you mentioned the bike racks on the bike rack on the front and not the back.
It's in the front.
I'm trying to the what today?
What?
Is that good for you or like?
Yeah, I'm done with my work.
Okay.
Is that good for you?
Oh, God.
For you, Ethan?
Funny! You funny men!
Hey, you want to play some Enlisted? Is that good for you?
Oh, God.
No, it's not.
I will.
It's not for you.
Man, what's this grilling noise?
Well, you know that.
Your CPU starts sizzling.
Yeah, while I wait for Enlisted to boot up, let me just go grab some bread and cheese. Gonna have myself a quick late night snack.
Get us late night snacks, bread and cheese. You eating like it's the Great Depression?
Going to Great Depression when it jumps to unenlisted.
Bro, you do not say bread and cheese when you're getting a snack. Grilled cheese is normal, but bread and cheese sounds like you don't have money for anything else. I'm sorry, man.
And it's just a straight up block of cheddar.
Okay, so I work at a restaurant, and Friday, Saturday night we have family meal. Every other night the wait staff order stuff, and I'm a line cook. I do cold side, and Friday, Saturday we do family meal, and one day we'll the sous chef or the chef will make meal with whatever extra food we have that something from the specials that we're not going to need next week or whatever. And the other night we'll order pizza, Chinese, whatever. Well, last Saturday, chef decides he's going to make pork chop and ghost pepper jack cheese.
Oh boy.
Like
That
actual
shit-
ghost pepper
Ghost
or
pepper.
bullshit
Yeah, like pepper
ghost
jack.
pepper?
No, actual ghost pepper, like pepper jack, but ghost pepper jack cheese.
Were they
Oh my
dried
God.
pepper?
So-
Were they dried?
Nah, man.
Oh shit! You
It's like
haven't.
shredded up
Did
in
you
there,
include
like,
the
it's-
seeds?
No, I don't
Oh,
think so.
forgot. You're weakening up the ghost pepper. Come on.
Yeah, look, I didn't make the ghost. We didn't make the ghost pepper. We just bought it, okay?
Mm.
Anyway, So he puts that, and he's like, here, shred that up for me real quick. So I do. And then I had a piece before. We used it a while ago. And I had like, the tiniest piece shredded. And I'm like, hey, Expo, I need some water.
Well, this is enough to put hairs on your chest.
Yeah, right. Mixed it in with a little bit of cheddar. Put some red and green, bell peppers on it. Oh, fuck, it was good, dude.
I can't have spice anymore. I'm
weak.
I just look. I love spice, but now it's like it's on the same level as being lactose intolerant with me. It's like, oh yeah, this is all good. An hour later, I'm on the toilet. Oh god, oh it's horrible.
No.
It wasn't worth it.
Your brains out.
Listen, just as the great Salmonella once said, just don't go when you touch jalapenos. Don't go touching your jalapenos. Okay, that's bound to hurt.
God.
All right, so oh god, there's so many jokes, things I want to say right now. How far can I go? How dark can I make the humor?
I don't know, man. We made a civil rights joke.
Yes, we did.
So dark. Oh, well, there's dark and then there's
an
inappropriate. There's dark and then there's inappropriate.
Let's keep it above the waterline.
Yes.
So you know what they say about.
You're scaring me. You're scaring me.
I'm gonna say it. If you don't like it, you can cut it. Golf and sex is similar. There's regular golf is like vanilla sex. In regular golf, you want to get the ball to the hole as fast as possible, right?
Yeah.
And then there's kinky sex, which is like putt-putt, mini golf. There's chains, whips, windmills, all fun stuff. And now it's an adventure.
I thought you said kinky sets.
I
Oh,
say kinky
boy.
sex.
Oh. I see.
I thought you said kinky sex. Yeah, that was the joke.
I see.
The fuck do you do windmill in the bedroom for? Come on, man. I'm finna put some butt on you. See if I can drain it into your hole.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, damn.
Stop.
I think we're going past the line here.
Yes, we're going even farther by the line. The line is gone at this point. Anyway.
How do we get from trains to this? We straight up went from trains to sex.
Yes. Anyway, let's talk about my.
You know what they say about camping.
Oh God, no! What was Kyle gonna say? Let's go to that.
My drug crazed hallmate. Oh man. Oh boy.
Oh, you talking about drugs in college?
Yes, not surprising.
I've never heard of that.
This guy, he is very interesting.
Is it Mr. Background Noise?
No, it's not. That's my But so he's I don't even know how to describe him, but like he's like one of those high school jocks, like that went into college.
Does he still wear his Leatherman's jacket?
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
oh
no.
God,
I wouldn't put it past him though. But I've had several encounters with him. One of the first ones was him going up to me and be like, "Oh, Kyle, oh man, I took some shrooms, and I'm tripping out, man." And he's just like slamming his head on the wall.
Oh God!
Like, oh man, you should go in your room. Try to ride out that. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna go to my friends. I'll see you later. I'm like, okay, don't fall down the stairs. And he did not fall down the stairs. Unfortunately. But,
a word of
the other weird thing was on finals week, I was writing an essay in my room, and I heard him yell like something. And I go outside and I'm like, wait a minute, this is a fucking trick or something, isn't it? Because he do shit like that, like where it just like keep knocking on the door and yelling or whatever. So I shut the door, and sure enough, he starts like knocking on the door, all that stuff. And he starts like slamming it. And like I look in the peephole and his eye's just in the peephole. Like all I can see is his fucking eye.
Oh,
and
God.
and he just like slamming the door, all that stuff, and then he finally gave up after like punching the door, and then he came back like 20 minutes later and just started doing the same stuff, getting louder and louder with the banging. I just threw a water bottle at the door, and he finally went away. And then after I finished my essay,
Ma, there's a weird cat outside.
there's a fucking room's attic.
Rules at it.
So, the last thing I finished the essay, I was sitting on my bed, and suddenly I just start hearing fucking porn sounds. So you can imagine. And then a bunch of people, like a group of people laughing and running away, and I'll give them credit. I didn't expect that at all, so good on them, I guess.
Get on that.
Wait, I'm sorry. You went from porn sounds to people laughing. And were they making the porn sounds? Were they having sex, or were they playing some actual porn?
I think they were playing some actual porn.
Okay.
In there.
Slightly less worrying than an orgy.
You thought people were fucking in the hallway.
Yes.
Look, some of the stories, Ethan, you've told me some stories. I wouldn't put it past them.
Yes. No.
Look,
I'd put it past you. You aren't that social, but the rest of them.
Yeah. I don't.
I've had my fair few of run-ins with drugs, you know.
And still haven't had a run-in with the opposite sex.
Gonna shut the fuck up.
Damn,
No.
you fucking destroyed him.
Mm-hmm.
No reason.
I've known him
I've
for
learned
enough reason.
Look, I know people, and they've always said you have to, if you're going to get yourself involved in psychedelics, you need to have someone there to guide you through your first tour. Because they're psychedelics. They mess with your mind and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's all the stories I'm gonna say.
That's not a story.
That's all the advice I'm gonna say.
Taking that advice. I'm not doing psychedelics.
Exactly.
Also, if it's just
I can't help you.
The only thing I'm doing is never mind. That's
dihydrogen monoxide.
Yeah, exactly.
God, in senior year, it was in my literature class. We were doing like, resumes and shit and all that, basic stuff. And then it was, and at one point she's like, okay, I'm gonna give you a couple, websites. And it's basically like fact or cap, is it, real website, a reliable source or not? And we did it, and one of them was like the dangers of dihydrogen monoxide. And it was like, and it went on for pages and pages, and it had links and sources, and it wasn't the best website. It was a bit older, but it was like, and because this was back in like height of COVID, well, not height of COVID, fall semester 2021, yeah. So, and there was a whole like 6 of us in the class, and we're just going through time, and it was like all it just went on about like athletes busted for drug use. Have you taken this? And Hitler drank this. And and I'm like, what the fuck? Do drug addicts and Hitler haven't? Well, no, Hitler did drugs, but other than
well, so the German army, they were on meth.
Anyway, I wasn't in chemistry that yet, so wait, no.
That yet?
Zoology.
Zoology.
No, chemistry. Wait, chemistry was sophomore year. It was biology freshman year, then chemistry, then physics, then I took fucking zoology because I didn't want to.
You need to know how to inseminate a cow.
Look, it was zoology and forensics. I chose forensics. They chose zoology for me. So yeah.
Yeah, I took forensics. It was just like a random class they put me in.
I took forensics.
It's actually pretty enjoyable. The teacher was pretty nice.
For real.
Yeah.
Chill. It was actually a chill class.
Yeah, and I had it for Oh my god, I fucking forgot about my sociology class that they put me in.
Man, I took sociology in college.
It was an all online course, and they had these fucking modules with everything. But you could just like take pictures of the vocab thing and then like take a video of the vocab flashcards, and those are your answers. But they had like these voiced things, and one of them was Connie the conflict theorist. She looked like a stereotypical SJW. And
oh man, we're going back to 2016.
Yes, and they had her defend Karl Marx at every. Yeah, she said Karl Marx may have had different ideas, but I don't think he was a bad guy. And
well, he might not have been a bad guy, but his ideology was fundamentally flawed and interesting the government of being, what's the word? Good. Expecting the government to be good.
That's the logic of like. That's the logic of like. I'm not saying anarchy is the best form of government. I'm just saying it would have a 0 crime rate.
There will be dead.
Stalin might not have been a great leader, but
finished up World War II.
That one, yeah. Stalin might have sent a few people to the Gulag, but that doesn't mean he was a bad leader.
Look, like genocide here. Hitler was worse.
Genocide here and there. Who doesn't indulge every once in a while?
Stalin sent a bunch of people to genocide, but at least he was good at walking.
You know, that guy Mao, he might have created a giant famine, but he really knew how to lead China, right?
Yeah.
That reminds me of my sociology class. Let me tell you, once we hit sex and gender, that my grades started slipping like there was no tomorrow. I passed, but it got confusing at points where I'm like, how the fuck? Look, I am very open with I've matured to the point where it's like, fine, sex is what's in your legs, gender is who you want to fuck. All right, fine, I'm cool with that definition.
Gender is what you have. Gender is what you have. Sex is what you want to do.
No, it's the opposite. Sex is what's in your legs, and gender is who you want to fuck. Essentially, you know what? Look, I'm fine with the LGBT. No,
gender is what's between your legs.
No, that's sex.
Sex and
they're two separate things. This is 2022.
It's 2021. Fuck biology.
Look,
that's 2022.
Look, I have conceded to that point. I am fine with the LGBT. Add more letters and fuck off.
I don't care. You know, I don't care what you consider yourself. I don't care what you want to fuck. I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Don't try and fuck me. I don't want. I'm antisocial. Don't talk to me. I don't care.
It is so confusing when my TA was like, yeah, you people can choose their genders. Okay, and going by my logic, oh yeah, who you want to fuck? All right, that makes sense. And their sex. Wait a minute. Huh?
Holds up.
I identify as an Apache attack helicopter.
Oh god, that threw me for a loop. Man, the gender, I feel like gender's needlessly complicated. It's like, it's obviously a recent thing, and it's like partially because, you know, older people were dicks.
I don't remember. I was signing up for fucking something, and it was like, you know, sexuality. I think it was like one of those like anonymous like high school tests or whatever. You know, the one that's like, have you done this drug in the past 30 days? If so, how many times a week?
Sure, I'll tell you the truth.
No. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's anonymous. No, but here's the thing. It's like, you know, just for background, you know, grade, you know, and gender, but and then it was like sexuality, and it was like gay, lesbian, other. I'm like, what? Excuse me? I'm other? I am a white male. I never thought I would have to pick other.
Are you sure you didn't skip over homosexual?
Look,
this is homosexual. This is the check mark.
look, other than being 5'8", I won the genetic lottery. My life couldn't be easier.
Homosexual, heterosexual, man, homosexual,
Oh, God.
heterosexual, lesbian, homos, gay,
I had
hetero,
to pick
straight.
fucking other.
They straight up didn't have hetero. I'm dead.
No, they didn't. They really. It wasn't like it was literally gay, lesbian, other. It wasn't like hetero, homo. It was
Wait a
just gay,
minute.
lesbian, other.
What, gay and lesbian are the same thing, just to two different sexes.
Exactly. I'm well aware.
You're fucking on there.
No, real shit. Real shit. Dude, those look. Did you guys have that taken? Because like
No.
for me, we did that like every time we did the
No.
SRI.
That's alright. I haven't taken that shit since middle school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we took that shit all the way through senior year.
Damn, Georgia
Um,
really built different.
They built backwards. But no, listen. Every time we took that, they'd be like, "Oh, and now take this survey," and you didn't have to, but like, I was like, I don't want to go back to class. Fuck it, you know. I don't want to go back to geometry or geology or whatever.
Geometry. Geology.
Algebra 2. Anyway, so I take it, and it's like, have you done marijuana the last 8 days? Yes, no. And then it's, if so, how many times a month? Or and then, have you done weed? Have you done marijuana? Have you done cocaine? Have you done? And I'm like, oh my god! And it's
We've had cocaine.
He does
Some of them.
heroin.
Yeah, that was an option.
heroin.
Look, any way you could phrase this was a separate question. And here's the thing,
Sponsored by the
especially-
DARE
and here's the thing.
program.
Yeah, right. No, but it's it's yes, no, and then right under there's how many times in the last 30 days, and it's like 1 day a week, 2 day a week, 3 day a week, 4 day a week, every day a week, or whatever, and then you have to scroll because it only shows you like items, and none doesn't apply is at the bottom. You have to scroll every single time. My God, I answered the important questions. Don't make me ask me about the drugs.
Oh my god.
Let me go.
I want to break free.
Dun, 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 dun. I have a Freddie Mercury sticker on my wall, and you said that as I happened to walk by it. That's great.
Wait,
guys
what?
remember
Buy
the-
it?
Yeah. I'm
Wait a
walking.
second. Are you on your cell phone or something?
Huh?
Oh wait, your headphones are wireless.
Sucker. Anyway, no. Before I went on my 3-hour ride, I had a large blizzard and a bang. So
A
I
bang!
was just like, yeah, like orange mango or whatever.
Bang energy. Have you seen pictures of the Bang CEO?
No.
Hello,
Bang
fellow
thing?
kids.
Did you do you still watch Danny Gonzalez, Ethan?
A little bit.
Yeah. He did like a video. He was on Say Yes to the Dress and he got kicked out because he didn't want his wife's cleavage showing or
Oh my
whatever. And his wife
God.
did, and he's like his wife comes out in a slightly revealing dress and he's just horribly shocked. And he gets kicked out of the fucking thing.
Oh my
He's being too critical or whatever. Meanwhile, he's shirtless with supermodels wearing a fucking bang chain on his commercials. I don't know.
Oh goodness. So, all right, I gotta hear it. What's your opinion of Elon Musk?
Elongated muskrat.
Elongated musket.
Musket. Opinions,
Okay.
boys.
He's okay. I mean, he's pretty eccentric. I can respect that.
And
I would never name a kid what he did, but
you
like,
named him after a fax machine. Brother, you know, this is where
He
the
named
government
him
has to
dial-up.
step in and say, you can't name your kids after that. They literally have to do that.
Yeah.
I want it to be unique. That's why I named my kid A, B, C, D, E.
Abe's Ab City.
Yes, that's how we pronounce it. Ab City. Sounds like some 3 a.m. workout product.
What about abstinence?
Yeah, that's
Abstinent.
my second. That was. It sounds like abstinence. Yeah, that's what you should have done. Anyway, instead of being cool and naming a kid that. No, there's something like 26 different ways to spell the name unique in the U.S.
Oh god, my head hurts. Who the fuck names their kid unique? Bro, that's on the
Can I
same
say it
level
without
as
getting
naming.
yelled?
Man, that's on the
Can
same.
I say it without, wait. Can I say it without getting yelled at?
What can I say? That's like God.
You know what I'm about to say. Can I say it
Yes,
without
I
getting
can't
yelled
even
at?
I can't even formulate my words correctly. Are you gonna?
Black women in the city.
Nah, man. I get you. You get. Look, I've heard of Daquan, Cornelius. I've heard of all these names.
Aaron,
You fucked up, Aaron.
Jacqueline.
Jakku. I have heard of him. Man.
Wait. Yeah.
But somehow
Oh,
we
man.
went.
Oh, sorry.
So, back to Elon Musk. I didn't impart my opinion.
Neither did I.
Well, I'll go next since I'm in second in line. I think he's how do I put it? His
I guess
cars.
I can't put you in the back anymore.
Oh my god!
You said it,
Do it
not me.
back to 20 minutes ago.
Oh god! Where was I? His cars are okay. That's everything good I can say about him.
I think it's what he's done to push it forward, like to push forward the use of electric cars and setting up stations. I think that's impressive.
Yes.
I think I think other companies do. They've been doing hybrids for years because they don't really have the money. I don't know about the money, but then
Charging.
the infrastructure. Yeah, to set up a whole new infrastructure around that. And he said, "Yeah, I've got the money." Bam, and set shit up in like every local fucking grocery shop across the country.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So I think that's impressive. The fact that they all run on like diesel generators and
Is
less so.
painfully ironic.
So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's painfully ironic. There's
Look, I
not
can
much more to
look.
say about it.
His car quality, not good. Trust me. Panel
Really?
gap. Yeah, I'm being serious. Your $100,000 cars leaks, panel gaps. It's not good. Plus, Big Odd it's a whole it's you probably still be buying a new car if you have to change out the battery pack.
Try and break the window. It's bulletproof. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's medicine ball proof.
Yeah.
It was a ball.
I watched that shit live. That was funny as shit.
I think it was like a ball
watched that
bearing
live.
the size that like was the entire palm.
No, it was bigger than it was about not quite softball size, but like bigger than a baseball.
Yeah.
It was like smaller than a head. I don't know.
Smaller than a head. A lot of things are smaller than a head.
You know, else is smaller than a head.
What kind of head you talking? A head of lettuce, of course.
Here's the thing. I work with salad. I've used lettuce that's bigger than my head to make a salad mix. And I use lettuce that's about the size of my fist. So don't act like lettuce only comes in one size. Anyway, like we do a wedge, you cut it in quarter, cut it in half, cut it in a quarter, put it on a plate, put some blue cheese ranch and
wait, did you say use bleach?
It's blue cheese or ranch.
I heard bleach. You scared me.
Yes, I'm tired of making salads. I'm gonna poison the customers.
You bleach your lettuce? That's a new one.
I bleach the customers. I bleach Friday night from my brain if I can help it. We save money by hiring 17-year-olds in the fucking like I'm 19, right? But I'm mature for 19.
Wow.
Look, you don't understand how stupid these kids are.
Well, aren't you still a teenager?
Yes, but I'm a cook, so I'm better than them.
Ah, yes, you can swear without being looked at.
Yes.
Actually, we have a window that's that opens up to it. They will hear you if you swear loud enough.
Assert dominance and yell. Yell.
Yell back. Win arguments with the customer.
Yes. The customer's always right. Bullshit.
The customer's always right and ready for my fist to be acquainted with their face.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think we can't beat around the bush any longer. That Ukraine stuff, that's something else, ain't it?
They were doing good, and then I looked at the map, the live map yesterday.
Live
and,
map
we're not
you.
doing too good.
Yeah, I just read an article about like a 3 to 6 mile Russian armored vehicle procession heading to Kiev.
Yeah.
From the south.
Ukraine did say New Jersey was cool. Did you guys see that?
I didn't see the tweet.
What?
Oh, no, let me bring it up. So it's one of the.
I love the tweets.
Yeah, the tweets are hilarious.
Invade us if you're gay. Another one is like, invade us if you're gay. Russian troops retreat to Siberia. Why is Ukraine following New Jersey? They only follow a few counts in New Jersey. The Garden State. Because they're cool. Yeah, New Jersey's cool. We're not the armpit state.
Yeah. Ironically, after I read that, I passed a pro-Ukraine demonstration at up in North Jersey. So I guess that's why we're cool. Yeah.
Go Ukraine!
Amazing.
Yeah. Those guys are hilarious. Like,
here's proof of that.
Can I just say?
It sucks what they're going to do. They're getting their Poland treatment.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Can I just say, I have seen 2 separate videos of tractors stealing Russian APCs. Like,
Wait, what?
As in tractors towing BMPs away from the Russians.
Oh my god.
They're stealing the
Yes!
BMPs.
I've seen like videos of people making Molotov cocktails, gunfights, a man walking up to like a loudspeaker with like blasting propaganda and just fired an RPG at it.
Damn.
I have seen so many things about this. It is fucking hilarious. And the Russians, they're doing so bad, it's funny. Like the fact that they shot down one of their own planes, or they hit a Turkish freighter, or the fact that they dropped a bunch of paratroopers into the Black Sea.
Or the fact that they keep breaking down the side of the road because they don't have any gas.
Or the fact that so many troops have no food.
So let me get this right. Ukraine's getting the Poland treatment, and Russia's getting the Finland treatment.
No, Ukraine's not getting. Well, actually, since they're being, I would say it's not. It's less Poland and more.
Germany during Russian winter.
Yeah, that's literally the Russian treatment. Germany during the winter of Russia. That's how bad they're tripping, slipping, and falling in this.
Interesting.
But Ukraine, on the other hand, it's like the Finnish Winter War, essentially. We're doing amazing, but there's going to be a critical mass where we can't keep going.
Yeah.
And it's going to be one of those, we lost, but we really won, and you just outlasted us because you're just that big.
Finland lost like 32% of the land. But I mean, kind of like that.
Yeah,
except
essentially.
They're probably going to lose all of it.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot longer than it theoretically should have for the Russian.
But I've seen like videos of like pictures of like Russian thermobaric missile launchers like being trucked into Ukraine. Like, if you don't know what a thermobaric missile is, it's essentially a missile. It blows up, spreads oxygen, like pure oxygen around, and it explodes. It's essentially cluster bombing. And it creates like a vacuum, and it's insane the kind of damage it does.
Yeah, let me look this up. What's it called again?
A thermobaric missile.
Thermobaric?
Yeah, thermobaric. Those things are insane.
THERMOBERIC?
I guess I'm not a speller.
You're not a speller. I'm not a speller.
The second grade spelling test.
Look, you spell thermobaric.
Good on that.
How you spell thermobaric?
Shit.
Yeah, Oh
I
shit!
just did THERMOBAIC. I have a good vocabulary.
You're good at guessing.
Thermobaric. It's pretty fucking easy to spell. Father of all bombs provides. Ah, interesting.
Yeah, those things are like super bad. So,
oh shit!
like, dude, I swear, with how bad the Russians are doing, it's almost as if they're paid to be this bad. Like,
They are.
that is true. That is true. Also,
oh god.
I think the next thing we need to talk about is stock up on those rubles because
they're like 0.094. That's less than a penny.
Why? Rubles are the next Dogecoin.
The fact that you can make more money by trading Robux than rubles is hilarious. But
sad. But also, yeah, because normally it's like, oh boy, sanctions, and all that shit's like, what are they really doing? Well, the ruble's worth less than the Robux, so shit. For once, I think sanctions are actually doing something. Here's the thing: Russia's massive. They have an industrial complex. They have plenty of farmland. They could be cut off from the rest of the world and be okay for themselves.
The civil unrest.
Support a war and civil unrest? No. But they could do not. If they win at war, they'd do okay for themselves.
Look, they'd be printing monopoly money at that point.
Yeah.
This Russia shit.
Like Germany after World War One.
Look, can I talk about the energy infrastructure?
And go get a loaf of bread.
Can I really quickly talk about German energy infrastructure? So you know how they recently canceled Nord Stream 2?
Nord Stream.
The Nord Stream 2 pipeline is it's like this giant natural gas pipeline from Russia to Germany. So I did some research on their infrastructure, and they're like, yeah, we're going green. So they shut down some coal plants. All right, good step. And then they shut down the nuclear facilities, and I'm like, oh no, bad step. And yeah, guess what they were relying on after wind and solar?
What?
Natural gas. Guess who their number one supplier was?
Russia?
Yep. So their energy prices are through the roof. This is my
I've just paid about so I took my mom's vehicle and it can go like 340 miles.
Okay.
Right, on a tank, and visiting my girlfriend's like 147 miles, so I have to fill up twice. And of course, she left it at half a tank of gas, so I filled up 10 gallons for a solid. Oh, it was like 349 for 10 gallons. I don't remember how much the price came out to be, but it sucked.
It's 360 up here.
Yeah, and so, but that's the thing is like on the way down, I went to the local gas thing, and like 349, and of course it's like 349 and 9/10. I'm like, round that fucker up, just call it 350. Make the math easy for me. I'm stupid,
Oh man. Hey man,
of course, and I get down there and she's like, "Oh, gas isn't that bad, about 10 cents cheap." I'm like, "Oh, all right, that's nice." One place was cheaper. One was like 348, and I went to another place, and that was like there's a little farther away, and it's like 352. I'm like, nope. It's gonna, no. Gas is sucking. I mean, it's been climbing for a minute.
Yeah.
This isn't incredibly sudden or something. It's been climbing.
Yeah, but the war has really expedited that climb.
Yeah.
Gotta love Russia. They're literally just an oligarchy.
Oligarchy.
I beat you to it. I beat you to it. Fucking oligopoly.
I gotta say, they don't seem doesn't seem like the Russian army's as ruthless as portrayed in Modern Warfare 2.
They're a paper tiger.
Yeah.
God, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be like Poland. No, this is just like Finland.
Yeah.
Then I heard they put nukes up in Belarus, and I'm just like, oh no, oh god,
Please
no.
don't. I kind of had that conversation. Before I was like, nah, it's gonna be like everything in the past, 5 years. It's gonna be, oh, World War III, nothing's gonna happen. And then the invading pod just like, yeah, he just sends me a text that one day and just goes, after not talking to me all day, just goes, they took Chernobyl.
Yeah, straight up. It's like literally on the way to Kiev if you're going from Belarus.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh
no. It's like, fuck. Great.
Yeah. Gotta
and
love.
Now, there's this one kid at work that's like, oh, they're gonna start the draft. They're gonna start the draft.
No, they're not. We are so far away.
Yeah, we have a first of all, we're not in it yet. Second of all, we have a standing voluntary army, and anyone that starts the draft is gonna commit political suicide. And no, not happening.
Look, you're seeing the Russian draft troops fight. They're garbage.
Yeah, and also they're like
I realize they were Russian draft trade. Yeah, well, shit,
you didn't know the Russian
1819, so
no, for legal reasons.
21, 22.
Yeah, there we are.
Drinking age.
Oh god, but yeah, the draft never gonna happen. You're already seeing the effectiveness in the draft.
I won't say never, but not soon.
We are like, this is like
unless we get to like World War I levels of attrition. Wait.
If we get to that point, nukes are falling.
Yeah, if we get to that point, nukes are falling. We're not getting. I don't think we're gonna get to World War I levels of attrition. So.
No. But yeah, this Ukraine stuff is fuck. The memes are god tier again. Tractors, the amount of tanks I saw stolen. I saw helicopters get shot down. I've seen like. People get shot. Not funny, but still. I have so much war footage, and sometimes they're hilarious, like Ukrainian soldiers bragging about how bad the Russians are, and them just being fucking hilarious, like walking up to Russian soldiers, handing them sunflower seeds, and saying, "Here, when your body hits the floor, you'll be useful."
Yeah,
yeah. The Ukrainians have really showed them what's up, and I love that.
Yeah,
I've only seen one quote-unquote meme that was against the Ukrainians, and I think it's from before it started, because it's like, here's the Russian troops, here's the Ukrainian troops, and it was clearly not the troops, it was like a militia force, but it wasn't actually them. And I'm like, and it was like, who do you think's gonna win this? Like,
the funny thing is, I haven't seen, like, a single thing of, like, aside from the thermobaric missile launchers, that was the first flashy piece of modern Russian equipment I've seen, but I haven't seen, like, the stuff the Russians highlight over at their war shows or whatever. It's like, look at our brand new T-90. It has active kill, so if you shoot a missile at it, it will just shoot it and explode safely away. Haven't seen a single one of those. You see these old 1886-ass tanks, though, upside down and on fire.
Like, what are they, saving the good stuff or something? Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Looks like that, because, like, I'm reading so many things about the majority of, like, the initial push was these, draft troops. And, like with them living on the border, I saw pictures of the living condition, like, 20 people in a room sleeping on top of each other.
Like, what I imagine is that, like, they're using reserve forces now, and if the US or UN gets involved, then they'll use the main army, but I was trying to. That kind of makes sense.
Look,
it's not a great idea, but if you're doing this bad, fucking switch over.
I haven't seen this kind of tactic since like the Middle Ages, in which you literally force the people that you've just captured to enlist in your army, which is a war crime, and Russia's already suspected of doing that. In the Donbass and the other regions of Ukraine, those places trying to break away from Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's already accusations that Russia was doing that, so war crime already in like 5 days, speed running that shit.
I wouldn't put it past them.
So yeah, then they give them the worst shit and send them out to be cannon fodder, so when your enemy's all nice and tired, you send out the flashy good troops. Russia has been...
but
No.
They need to use the flashy good troops already. Like,
It's been so
if they
bad, I'm
don't-
surprised they haven't.
Or if that is what they're doing, you think if that is what they're doing, then they should have done it by now. If that's not what they're doing, and this is the good troops,
It's not the
well,
good equipment, I can tell you that for sure.
yeah,
But-
it's not the good equipment, but like we know that they have it, but either we run over why they might be saving it, but like the question then becomes why not yet?
You're trying to rationalize a group that shot down their own planes and fired missiles at a Turkish freighter. They're
I am
cracked.
trying to rationalize it because it's a world superpower. It's one of the largest countries in the world.
The
They
largest
should-
country by landmass.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who won, them or Australia.
Australia?
Wait, yeah.
Australia's
what?
fucking massive.
I've never thought of them as the biggest country. Definitely on the top 10, but not the.
Dude, they're fucking massive.
I said in the top 10, but not the.
Who else is up there? Them,
I thought-
China, Russia?
Yeah, essentially. America for sure.
Yeah,
Canada.
Yeah.
You know, those kinds of players. Brazil. Can't forget about Brazil.
Brazil's pretty big.
See,
Not
You go to
massive,
Brazil.
big.
Yeah, we're getting sidetracked
I
here,
don't
but
feel like getting fucked by, metaphorically fucked by, like, the cartel.
that's Mexico.
You think Brazil doesn't have a cartel?
They have Look, we're getting sidetracked here.
we have jumped from several conversation points. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past us getting sidetracked.
Let's
Did
try
I ever
to.
tell you about the time that
I set fire to my pants.
You actually?
the fuck?
No. I've worn pants backwards. I've worn my shirts inside out. I've messed up.
Oh, okay. That reminds me. That reminds me of the story. Okay. So I was sitting in driver's ed class.
God.
And we were doing like the important practice tests, like with questions that would actually be on the quiz. So, and like we're going over it, and well, first we were taking the test, and I realized, shit, my shirt's inside out. And I'm just like, no one really knows. It's just there's just like a small tag back there, and then I realized, oh shit, there's a big square that says urban pipeline on it. No one will notice, no one will care. And Ethan, you might remember this. So I'm doing my test, and we start going over it, and just randomly in the middle, this bitch just goes, this girl just goes, Kyle, is your shirt inside out? And I just go, and I look behind me, everyone's looking at me. I'm like, you had to fucking say something, didn't you?
Nobody had
Just
to say
laugh.
anything. You.
It's like,
I would just been like, nope.
and then the teacher laughed like, yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Oh god. I am thankful for my driver's course. We did not. It was just me and the teacher, nobody else.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it private or was it just that?
Yeah,
like,
I was like during my first day, we were driving around. It's like, yeah, look at that school. Yeah, they have some kids in the back too. Imagine the stress that will cause you if you have to learn under those conditions.
Oh, like in the car.
Yeah, it's just
in the
Oh yeah,
classroom.
no, the drive. Yeah, we're talking about classroom here. The
Classroom?
manual driving was.
Remember the driver's ed course?
oh
You
man,
you had to take that.
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like a part of.
and, like-
It was like the thing you took instead
Hey,
of
you know
fucking
what's
health
great?
and gym.
That's
What?
optional in Georgia.
Optional health
To get your
class.
permit, you take. Here's the thing. No, the driving class. To get your permit, you take a written test, and you walk out of there with a paper that says you can drive.
Excuse me, that's it.
And then a year and a day later, you take your driving test. And that's it.
No mandatory 6 hours of behind the wheel.
Nope. How are they gonna track that? How are they gonna know?
Man, I
What, your
had to
parents-
go to a
what, your
driving
par-
school.
What, your parents
Me
gonna?
too.
Yeah, I went. Oh no, I went to driving school too, and most people do. But it's hundreds of dollars, and not everyone can afford that. So
It's ironic how owning a car is not a right, yet you have to have one if you need a job, ain't it?
Well, not in the suburbs. Yes, in the city, not really.
The city. How many cities do we have that actually incorporate all of that?
New York.
What do you mean?
That's it.
Like, you can walk to the grocery store, to your job, take the public transport.
New York, L.A., Chicago,
LA?
Detroit.
Detroit?
Maybe not LA.
Detroit?
Look, you walk in Detroit, you die in Detroit.
Fucking Detroit.
You can
You
okay.
can
Look,
just- you
it's
can
a
just
city that you
teleport.
can walk in. That's I'm
Yeah, bro.
not saying it's a
Yo,
good
check out
idea.
East St. Louis.
Seattle.
Portland, Oregon. That's what. Oh, fucking Detroit. Look, don't give that
It's a
distinction.
city. What do you want from me, St. Louis? Wait,
Camden,
even
New
where you
Jersey?
paying from like St. Lucia? Yeah, Camden.
Camden.
Newark, Trenton, those are safe cities in New Jersey. Me and Ethan were talking about like careers, and he's like, "Hey, a police officer pays 6 figures in New Jersey." I'm like, "Yeah, because it's Newark, Trenton, Camden, Atlantic City. Name a good city in New Jersey." Can't. You can name 4 cities in New Jersey, and they're all death sentences.
Hey, look, they pay 6 figures in the suburbs too.
I think Trenton's probably the best out of them.
Trenton.
No,
Oh god,
it's not.
I thought AC was the best.
He's like, my mom worked for the attorney general in Trenton. She
mean,
carried a big ass taser with her.
My mom worked in Trenton.
Yeah, exactly. My mom almost got robbed once, and she had that big ass taser. It's one of those things where like you turn on, it's and you walk the fuck away because it's that loud. And like she saw someone walking to her, she turned it on, and they turned around and walked away. She didn't have a problem.
But is Camden and Newark better compared to that? Probably not. And I guess Atlantic City's fine. It's just a bunch of South Jersey people, and South Jersey is hell.
You gotta watch out for the casino people, though.
Yeah.
But hey, you got the boardwalk.
The Jersey Shore.
Jersey
Fuck the
Shore.
Jersey
Oh
Shore.
god, that fucking TV show of those tan people. The cheapest spray on tan. That's fucking spiky hair.
God, what is with that?
I
It's like they
swear.
here's the thing, they got stuck in the early 2000s. I swear to God.
God, the makeup's so thick they have to put that shit on with the shit you put sheetrock on a wall with.
God damn.
Remember, that just like ruined any like perception of any other state's perception of New Jersey.
For real.
Yeah.
We've just killed it. It's already been killed. We're just beating a dead horse.
Yeah. I remember there was like a Smosh video, and like I think the whole plot was killing the cast of Jersey Shore in like stupid ways. Like they made like one of the girl characters choke on a bunch of pickles to death.
Oh god.
That's all I remember about that.
Bullshit, she'd never choke on a pickle. She has way too much practice for that.
Exactly.
Oh god. Is anyone else imagining one of those teeny pickles?
No.
Just a
I'm imagining
big
a
dill
giant
pickle in a jar.
I'm imagining a massive one. Okay, look. Speaking of pickles,
Pickle Rick?
I knew it. No, I knew a girl in 8th grade, and I knew all throughout high school too. Barely acquaintances. We had a couple classes together. In 8th grade, she deep-throated the banana, and we were impressed. Here's the thing, we were impressed. And I've seen her do it 2 times after that. Once in 9th grade and once in I think 11th grade. But once in 9th grade, she did it. And we're like, wow, do it again, because I don't know, hormones.
Hormones. Hey, oh.
And
are you talking an actual
did
banana here, or
an actual banana in the cafeteria during lunch, and she put down, and she choked on it, and she pulled it back up, and like the bottom half was fucking missing.
oh,
Oh god, and another time she did it, and like the oh god, is kind of nasty. The two like the tip of it, like an inch and a half, came back. It looked like it was dipped in chocolate.
Oh lord.
She didn't have chocolate that day. We don't know why the fuck it looked like that, but
Maybe she was.
anyway,
maybe she was
huh?
Maybe she was drinking crude oil.
Texas tea, crude oil.
Jesus.
But I have some funny banana stories.
About your banana?
Literally.
No, not that. So in the dorms, we this first semester in the dorms we had something called Banana Saturday or Friday, whatever the fuck. And we would literally string up a shit ton of bananas in front of the RA's room and run. So then, I'll never forget this. I think I told you because we were assholes.
Literally, just hey, I've got a great idea. What is it? Let's take some bananas. Okay. Go to the A's room. Okay. And string up the bananas in front of his door.
Run.
Yeah,
and then what? We run.
Yeah,
Fucking what?
that's about it. Yeah, but then this was last year, so COVID was more of a thing apparently. So this RA from a neighboring dormitory came over here, and it was like bullshit rule enforcement. Like I was in the door jam, like quote unquote in the safe zone, and I still got hit with and I had to give him my ID and bullshit. Everyone was angry at him. Like we put up weight limits. We made fun of it. We were dicks.
Wait, what do you mean put up weight limits? Was he fat or something?
Yes.
Oh my god.
We were pissed because it was bullshit rule enforcement, you know?
Yeah.
So then we thought Banana Saturday, but at his dorm. So we went over there. So as we slowly pushed up the first ceiling tile, very loudly, he opened the door. The only person that was left was the guy carrying the bananas. We were gone.
We were gone.
We were so... And that was the unofficial end of Banana Saturday.
That's it.
And then after that, like a month or two later, was the prank war. Oh, what? You know, it started off light, like moving the contents of someone's room into the lobby.
Mhm.
And then it ramped up after taking off someone's door. You know, that kind of stuff. Putting someone's room key in a condom full of lotion.
Wait, like Kiki or Card King?
Key. Key you put in a lock.
Okay.
Yeah, fish that out. You know, that kind of
How
stuff.
big was the condom?
I don't fucking know.
Extra large, small, medium? Was it full and tied up like a balloon, or just a bit enough just to make it take shape?
I don't know.
Come on, details here. This is a
I
story.
don't remember all the
want
details. This was months ago. I tried to block it out of my head. But
Could've
yeah.
blocked you out of my head.
Wow. So yeah, that was... Oh yeah, and it ended once the girls took the shower curtains from the boys' bathroom for a couple hours. That was the prank war. So many people gotten in trouble.
Oh god.
The police were called because of the door.
Oh yeah, so education well worth it. Your
Oh,
parents
man.
must be so proud.
Man,
Fun fact.
What?
Fun fact. At my school, there is an active police investigation going on because people are flushing. We're flushing paper towels down the toilets, and now there are no paper towels in any bathroom across campus.
Dude, that reminds me of the motherfucker on...
Wanted the police investigation.
Bro, that deadass reminds me of the motherfucker that blows up and clogs a toilet.
Oh
Like-
yeah, in fucking high school.
No, I'm talking in college right now.
Yeah.
Like, you walk into a bathroom full of paper towel. Looks like someone, like toilet paper. It looks like someone emptied an entire cheapo one-ply roll in there. And then other days, it's like, what's that smell? And that poor toilet looking at you
Poor
with
janitor.
sorrow in its eyes. And oh my god, you just reminded me of the day where they were trying to unclog a toilet and it backflowed and spilt
no.
shit everywhere.
No.
Oh,
Ooh, that was a unique odor, let me tell you.
yeah, I'm sure.
Them toilets have Vietnam flashbacks, I'll tell you what.
Vietnam.
Oh, God, life is crazy. How the fuck did we get from Ukraine to toilets?
Well,
I don't fucking know. You're the one that said don't get sidetracked and brought up toilets.
You can
You're the one
study
who-
this footage and see.
You said
and
Detroit was a walkable city.
To make a. Oh, yeah.
It said you could walk, not that it was safe.
You-
It said you could walk from your apartment to the grocer, not that it was a good idea.
No, you can't, distance-wise or safety-wise. You're doubly wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fucking city, like New York City. It's a
shitty city.
it's a shitty city.
Look, shit is not
Look, you're not
it's
wrong.
car distance in Detroit.
Have you been to Detroit?
My dad's been to Detroit.
Have you been to Detroit?
My dad's been to Detroit.
Answer the question.
I'm answering it for you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. And you said St. Lucia when I was talking about St. Louis.
Yeah, aren't you from St. Lucia? Or
My
your parents? Sorry.
Yeah, my parents are from there. It's
Yeah.
not even in this country.
Yeah, I know. My sincerest apologies. Thank you.
Bless you.
Okay, look, my girl, when
Your
she
girl.
sneezes, she goes, "My girlfriend, fine." You have
My
a problem with
girl.
me saying "my girl"? Is that wrong to you?
No, that's the first time I ever heard you say that. It was funny.
I was trying it out. Not a huge fan. I might do it again. Anyway, when she sneezes, she'll be like, "It's you."
What the fuck?
Like it's like an uncontrolled response. It's just "It's you." She explained it was I don't remember how she explained it, but it's so cute.
A Windows error?
Yeah, kind of.
Windows 8.
Windows 8 era, yeah. Fuck off with your Windows 8 bullshit. We're all tired of it. Ow, 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 ow.
I do it to them.
Windows 8. Oh god. If there was an operating system that I didn't want, Windows XP, I hate that more.
I don't remember that.
I'll never forget in my bullshit graphic design class in middle school, we went on those computers. They were all on Windows XP.
Oh, God.
We were all confused on how the hell to log in. It was
bad?
bad. Windows XP is like from the Stone Ages.
Of computers.
Essentially, yeah, the 90s.
Say that to my dad. Say that to your dad. Shit, it'd be just as bad.
Oh, for real, for real. It's not
You're
fair.
from the Stone Age.
The Stone Age of PCs, the 90s. That reminds me of a conversation I had with my mom about music, where it was like, "Yo, what year is this year's rap music's not really good music. It's always about the F this, F that." And it reminded me, it's like, no, so was your generation. It was just about singing about sex, wasn't it? Soft and Wet by
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
Dancing in the Moonlight. What was that?
Dancing in the Moonlight. That was
Yeah, them some really sexual songs.
yeah.
But I want to go on a tangent about songs with amazing beats, but the lyrics are trash. Like when I listened to, like
Go
my friend,
on, like what?
I listened to "Miss the Rage." And I was like, when I heard the beat come on, I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" And then I heard the lyrics, and I was like, "Oh hell no!" It was.
I had a friend
worse.
that kept saying that, and like he wouldn't like enunciate, and I had no idea what the fuck he was saying. So I thought it was like "I miss the rain" or God, there's so much.
Oh, God.
What the fuck
Yeah,
are you actually saying?
Oh god, the
He's like, "I miss the rain."
auto
I'm like,
tune.
no, What are you? I'm Mr. Rain. I'm Mr. Rage. I'm Mr. Rain. I'm Mr. Rager. And like,
God. And again,
like, what are you saying?
the bar was set so low, but when Party opened his mouth, it went through the concrete. It was awful. The beat was so good, and it immediately went out the window. On top,
I think I've heard it once, so I really don't remember it honestly.
And then another contender was XXX Tentacion's Moonlight or whatever the hell that song was. The beat was so good. But it was like, oh really? That's it? When he was like, Moonlight, yeah, Rainlight, Stoplight, I was just like, what the fuck?
What else is a light?
Signal lights, yeah.
Moonlight, signal light, turn light, headlight,
Park light, turn signal.
Oh man, like it was such a good beat too, but it was just wasted on that simplistic hop on leapfrog ass lyric.
Oh god.
You guys have any songs where the beat is just amazing and the lyrics just ruin it immediately?
No, I listen to good music.
Yeah, me too.
You've never stumbled into that problem. Rap has such a... That's why I'm in the underground rap scene a lot, because the music is just consistently better than mainstream. Mainstream
I think
has...
of our childhood and you saying underground rap scene, and I just laugh and laugh.
I'm sorry. Look, I listen to... look, if you look at my Spotify playlist, that poor AI is having a seizure trying to get from sea shanties to rap music.
Oh, God.
Like, what do you recommend? The 15th century?
Yeah. Me going from fucking Shine Down to Mozart in 2 songs. What the fuck? Screamo. Okay. Classic. What? Classic 80s. Screamo. No, seriously, that's what, like Chef, he'll be like, he hates baking, right?
Yeah.
So he'll play some Screamo music. Then he finishes baking, it's like, alright, country time. And then it's like, alright, never the end, you know, a couple country songs, alright, couple classic 80s, nope, doesn't like that shit, skip that. And I'm like, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I need something to listen to get in the groove and go. You can't be giving me this, you know. Fucking, I hate it.
I have literally.
We used to have one guy that'd go from like Queen to, you know, Screamo to rap. In song by song. It wasn't like a couple of this, couple of that. No, it was song to song.
I have went from like EDM to fucking Styx Renegade to fucking Donda. That shit gave me whiplash. God. But yeah, music. But yeah, again, I just prefer the underground scene, like smaller artists that I think can sound consistently better. You know, so the mainstream does have some good, but consistently, I think the underground is better. And that applies to art too. I mean, how many, like you look at modern art or even the classic stuff where it's like when you think of Da Vinci at a museum, you don't give a shit about the bullshit he painted. You're like, that's Da Vinci's painting? God damn. You know? It's so superficial bullshit.
Hey, quick question. How long have we been recording?
Hour 57.
You gonna end it there? We can keep talking, but like,
I
start a new recording, but that's 2 hours of shit.
I gotta head off, so...
Yeah, I gotta
That's it.
too, man.
Alright, then I guess we're gonna end off on modern art. Mainstream art scene sucks. Ukraine keeps fighting.
Modern art masterpiece.
Ukraine is awesome. Russia is shit. And we have so many hilarious stories in our lives. And we were really disjointed, but somehow everything flowed together.
Yes. If you look back at this video, you can tell what conversation flowed to what. So feel free to do that if you're not short on time.
Just like our Spotify playlist.
Exactly.
When we're back, we'll hopefully have Halo Reach.
Yes.
I can do that, yeah.
Alrighty. I guess
that ends the Alpha Male podcast.
Part 1.
Yeah, signing off.